First of all, congratulations. And I just would love to know, this is your first film in 5 years. What inspired you to do this story, and why the 18th century?
What inspired me to do this story that it hadn't been told yet, mostly. And what inspired me was to be inspiring, hopefully. And why the 18th century? Well, I wanted to talk about, to show women artists at work and to talk about the art of portrayal. And the 18th century was all about the art of portrayal. And it was also a specific moment in art history where there was a lot of female painters, hundreds of them throughout Europe, and especially in France. And it's a reality that I was ignorant of because they were erased from art history. So it felt right to write the film at that specific moment.
So I understand you wrote the part of Heloise with Adele in mind. Like, what was that like to write a part specifically for you? What did you think when you first read the screenplay?
When I first read the screenplay, I thought this is a great script. And I was right, because it won Best Screenplay in Cannes, so I felt, oh, okay. No, I must say, Céline and I have a long time collaboration and relationship, so obviously this film is very particular for me. I thought this is, to me, when I finished the script, I thought this is a great sign of confidence that Céline, of what? Of trust, sorry. She's telling me everything I should say, you know. I'm kind of a Muppet. So,
but you trust me.
I choose it. No, and I was very happy that we would collaborate again. So I started to think of my own secret program for the characters.
Now, and what was your first take on the screenplay, especially because Marianne is in every scene of the movie?
My first impression was not only about Marianne. It was really about what I just read is, as Céline say, is, wow, this is something I never read, something that, stories that I've been missing, images that I never seen, like, this sex scene, the abortion scenes. It's something that I haven't been told. And this power of this love story also was already so much alive in this screenplay, in the script. All the details, it was like a huge promise, and I was so excited when I first read it. And when I first get an approach with Marianne, I felt she was so alive already. She was so modern, and so I was excited to meet her for an audition.
This is a love story that's told step by step. It is a slow build, like you're falling in love with them while we are falling in love with them. So what was the challenge to really capture that heart and that authenticity, the realness of it?
It's believing in the fact that you have to be patient, believing in delay, believing in the tools of cinema, believing also in that pace and the fact that you will speak that language and live that rhythm. And it's also sticking to the program radically on each step, because I wrote this very patient, slow burn story and rise of desire. But then when you shoot it, you also have to be patient. You have to resist the strong chemistry that was there. Sure. You have to, for instance, I knew that they wouldn't smile at each other before an hour and 20 minutes. And you have to resist the fact that you could, try to make them smile before. And everybody's kind of telling you, oh, they're kind of moody. They could smile at each other. And it's about, no. Yeah, but maybe you could use it in the editing room. Yeah, but no. And so it's mostly about resisting. And I think, it's how we feel when we fall in love. We patiently hope that it's mutual. It's building patiently, but inside we are so impatient.
When you have a story like this, the chemistry is so important. Without the chemistry, you don't have a film, especially a love story. So what was it like the first time the two of you met And when did you realize that you had it, you know, that you had that chemistry?
No, we met during the casting process because Noemi would be, she was auditioned a bit, I didn't go through the audition, but Noemi would. And well, when we first met, I think it was a nice encounter. So this is easy. No, anyway, so it's just a matter, I think the way that we play has really much to do with music. And is about, like, it's all what Céline just described about being patient is also for us as actors to just really look at one another and not being afraid of the silence and just leaving the room for the other to play. So it's all a matter of like melody that we would compose together. And I think we are a different instrument, but I think we work well together. Working together was a real pleasure and also very difficult, and I mean difficult in a good way, you know, because we were looking for something very precise. But it was, well, I'm not getting lost now. So,
So the first time I met Adele was at this audition, and the first thing I remember that I was really scary because I knew who scared. I know that she was a really intense actress that I admire a lot, and I was like, how is she in real life? Because you can be always surprised, and it was a good surprise because she came and she was jumping towards me like, hello, and I'm Adele, and it was so like easy, and so then I felt like, okay, it's this work with Adele and Céline, it's going to be easy, going to be like a safe zone, and that was like that during the whole process of shooting. And we didn't rehearse at all together with Adele. We built this relation, this collaboration between Héloïse and Marianne, the same as we built our collaboration together. And we were all the time surprised how the other one would send the lines, send the gaze, send the breathings, and you know, we love to work, I think, and love to have fun too. So it was was a good mix.